Hello and welcome back. Unlock the difficulty Rising Dragon. This can be changed via change difficulties. This raises the enemy's maximum morale rank and increases mission difficulty while also making it easier to obtain rare 5-star items and equipment with new special effects. Okay. Oh shit, there's a bunch. The two walls stand tall. Change difficulties? Oh. Oh. Okay. So it is like New Game Plus. Alright. And I got Yilong. Oh, he's a Earth one. Damage dealt in perfect condition. Spirit gain from deflecting. Equipment drop rate. Critical blow. Damage reduction. Okay. Damage reduction upon critical blow. On deflecting critical blow. Deflecting a critical blow. Divine Ascension. When you die while the Divine Beast gauge is full, Yilong will revive you. When you activate Summon Divine Beast, Yilong will perform a sweeping attack in the area. The attack power increases when your morale rank is 10 or above. Cannot be neutralized by the 5 phases affinities. I don't get why they didn't let me experience it. Like other games that have done this, they've let you experience like the strong version of you, and then you lose it. Like God of War 2 has done it. What's that other game called? Xenosaga 2 has done that. I'm pretty sure there's many other games that have done it, but I don't get why they didn't let you experience the Divine Beast when you're given that. But then again, he had the other part of that part. So is Zilong the evil dragon or something? So, or is that his half? Yinglong's Resonation. Summons Yinglong to apply stone damage to your weapon. Decreases HP damage taken and increases spirit gain from attacks. Cannot be neutralized by the 5 phases affinities. Alright. I'll try it out, especially with that equipment drop rate. But where's his? Or maybe it's a bonus thing. Alright. And I still have to find the husband and whoever the fuck this is. Let me see if he'll talk to me. Nothing. So I'm assuming I can't get 5 from him.
Something you wanna ask me?
Or do I need to select the other mode?
Don't ever forget the value of your life.
Oh, is there, oh, there is. Shit. Oh man, bunch of reading. Okay. Soon, Hongjing. Soon after the death of Lubu, Yuan Shao and Cao Cao clashed at Guandu. Yuan Shao led an army of demons to get the upper hand, but with the protagonists on their side and leveraging their bonds of companionship, Cao Cao's army had rallied. But for Yuji, the outcome of the battle was irrelevant. He contrived he contrived to incorporate the immense amount of demonic chi manifesting in Guandu into Zhilong to concoct the ultimate elixir. Hongjing, together with Jotse, Hongjing, together with Jotse, worked to restrain Zhilong to aid the protagonist who finally destroyed Yuji and his dystopian delusions once and for all. Once the dust had settled, Hongjing came to the protagonist once more, with new goals to cleanse the land of the last remains of demonic chi, and to grant her late brother's wish for a world without elixir. She set out for adventure once more with the protagonist. Xiutze, suspecting Yuji to be behind the Battle of Guandu, Xiutze flew alone to the demonic chi-ridden battlefield. A final confrontation with Yuji ensued, in which he, along with Hongjing, aided the protagonist by suppressing the maddened Zhilong. Exhausted of all energy, Hongjing fell off the fort, but Xiutze took flight to save her in time. With the aid of Xiutze and his disciple, the protagonist finally prevailed over Yuji and Zhilong once and for all. In the aftermath, Xiutze returned to his village to spend some time in peace with the Taoists. Upon hearing from Hongjing that she wished to set out again with the protagonist to track down the last of the demonic chi, he was delighted at his disciple's maturation and wished her well on her way. Blindfolded boy. The boy disappeared from the village while the protagonist was resting, only to return after some time with a disturbing grin on his face. His consciousness had been taken over by Yuji. A vicious fight between the two broke out, with the protagonist hesitating to deliver a fatal blow. The protagonist was finally able to strike after the boy broke through Yuji's control to offer words of encouragement. By virtue of the bond shared between them, Yinglong was restored to existence, consuming Yuji's demonic chi in the process. The boy swore an oath with the protagonist while basking in the radiant glow of Yilong. With his newfound bravery instilled in him by the protagonist, he could clearly see his fate laid before him. Taoist in Black. By creating the ultimate elixir and turning the world into an immortal realm, conflict would become a thing of the past. To put a stop to this delusional ideal, the protagonist stood bravely against Yuji. Keen to utilize the protagonist's power, Yuji tried to sway him to his cause, but the protagonist simply readied his weapon in refusal. Powered by the elixir, Yuji seemed to have the upper hand, but began to lose ground before the might of the bonds that the protagonist had forged with so many great heroes. In a desperate last struggle, Yuji merged with Zhilong, but was defeated in one mighty blow by the Divine Beast blessed protagonist. However, determined not to give up until the bitter end, Yuji possessed the blindfolded boy in an attempt to play on the protagonist's emotions. but was ultimately destroyed thanks to the unshakable bond the two had formed. And so, the dream of an immortal realm was shattered once and for all. Zhao Yun. Zhao Yun took part in the Battle of Hulanguan Pass. Zhao Yun took part in the Battle of Hulanguan Pass on the side of the Guangdong lords. Zhao Yun. It's really throwing me off that I have to keep doing this. Zhao Yun took part in the Battle of Hulanguan Pass on the side of Guangdong Lord's coalition against Dongzhou. He reunites with the protagonist after coming to the rescue of Liu Bei, who was being attacked by the demonized soldiers of Dongzhou's army. This meeting between Zhao Yun and Liu Bei was memorable to both, and proved to be fateful. When Gongshu Zhan wrestled with Yuan Shao for control of Hebei, he allowed many innocents to die as collateral damage, and Zhao Yun, unable to forgive this, left on a wandering journey that eventually saw him enter the service of Liu Bei. I'm wondering if that's going to be one of the DLCs, or is it something else? Because I remember there's like two missions, right? I could be wrong. Cao Cao. Outmatched by Yuan Shao's army of defeat demons, morale in Cao Cao's camp plummeted as his allies folded one after the other and switched allegiance. Seeing no other option, Cao Cao staked everything on an all-or-nothing showdown with Yuan Shao at Guandu. With Yuan Shao's demons having gained yet more strength from Elixir, the battle was in the balance, but was miraculously won through the desperate efforts of his troops and the protagonist's party. With Yuan Shao defeated, the elixir previously held by Dongzhou and Lu Bu fell into the hands of Cao Cao, who also claimed the Hebei region plus his lost territory. This increased his power severalfold and positioned him as the lord most capable of claiming dominion over the land. Xiahou Dun. Xiahou Dun joined the assault on Jaipi, where Lu Bu was entrenched, not letting his wounded eye hinder him at all. Following the fall of Lu Bu, he was stormed by Yuan Shao's forces but managed to defend Cao Cao and escort him to safety. Thereafter, he continued to support Cao Cao, who had lost much territory and been put at a disadvantage, and fought valiantly in the decisive battle against Yuan Shao. In the Battle of Baima, he wove through arrow rain in the fore, cutting down demonized soldiers as he did. When Cao Cao embarked on the pacification of Hebei after defeating Yuan Shao, Xiahou Dun served as his backup to stabilize the army and kept Liu Bio of Jing province. I don't know how to say that one. Liu Bao? Bao? Bio? No, not Bio. Hold on. Jiao? Bao? And kept Liu Bao of Jing province, who was aiming for Cao Cao at bay. Afterwards, he continued to play an active role. In the control and supervision of armies and remained the most trusted man in Cao Cao's army. Again, is that a DLC thing, or is it one of those like they couldn't put in the story or didn't see relevance to the protagonist, progression kind of thing? Xiahou Yan. He joined in an effort to assault Xiaopi, sorry. He joined in the effort to assault Xiaopi, where Lu Bu was entrenched, and contributed to his downfall. When Yuan Shao's forces attacked, he stood with Zhao Hudun to defend Cao Cao and helped him to safely retreat. Thereafter, he continued to support Cao Cao, who had lost much territory and been put at a disadvantage, and fought valiantly in a decisive battle against Yuan Shao. Oh, I'm trying to catch my breath. He became a colonel, providing logistic support, and played a part in the victory of Guandu. After Yuan Shao's defeat and the conquering of Hebei, when Cao Cao's territories had grown vast, Zhao Huyuan oversaw the distribution of provisions to ensure that no soldier would go hungry. He played a vital role in Cao Cao's large-scale southern campaign. Lady Zhen. Following the dissolution of the coalition, Yuan Shao strove tirelessly to expand his influence. Ultimately, he resorted to using the elixir with the help of Yu Ji. Lady Zhen could do little but despair at the blighted entity he had become. Finally, she escaped from Yuan Shao, seeking asylum under Cao Cao, whose acquaintance she had previously made. One night during her travels, she looked up at the sky, only to see Yuan Shao's star fall, and 3 brilliantly shining stars take its place. In the Battle of Guandu, she witnessed the now ruined figure of Yuan Shao, whom she had once admired. Moving on, she stayed by Cao Cao's side, gazing up at the stars each night, keeping watch over the trajectory of those 3 shimmering warrior stars. Lu Bu. The siblings, who were both orphans of war, were taken under Ziotse's wing when they were brought to the home of the hermits of Tianju. After some years, the brother caught wind of Yuji's desire to plunge the world into chaos with the misuse of elixir. Were Ziotse to find out, a war would break out between Yuji's demon army and the hermits of Tianju, which would put his little sister in danger. To keep his village and his sister out of harm's way, he set off alone to assassinate Yuji. He hid his face, took the name Lu Bu, and infiltrated the demonic chi permeated imperial court. There, he demonstrated valor through battle and gained the trust of Dong Zhou, who he ascertained to have collected the elixir. Lu Bu closed in, one painstaking step at a time, on the ever-hidden Yuji. Or just say elusive. Alright. I would have used elusive, but it sounds good too. You know, ever hidden. Gives that impact. So, whatever. Divine Beast, Yilong. Yilong is a 2-winged dragon with iridescent plumage, a spiritual creature said to guard the central region. It is also associated with the Earth phase. Its sanctity is held to be even greater than that of the other divine beasts. It directly served the ancient Yellow Emperor and enabled him to win the Battle of Zhulu by slaying Shayu? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Shiyu or Shayu? And and Kuafu, and Kuafu. In the time of Yu the Great, it is said to have assisted in flooding, elevate, oh, I'm reading that wrong. In the time of Yu the Great, it is said to have assisted in elevating flooding caused by the Yellow River. According to legend, Yulong is a final form a dragon arrives at after living at least 1,500 years. In effect, making it arrives at hold on. According to legend, Yulong is the final form a dragon arrives at after living at least 1,500 years, in effect making it the true form of a dragon. Cool. And I actually have to read this sword and Yuji set, but let me just double check if these guys have something new to say.
I'm sorry my wife had you, but what can I do? I'm sorry my wife, but what can I...
Thank you so much for everything. But I knew you were behind at least some of this. My husband isn't that capable, as much as I want to believe otherwise. I'm sorry you had to go through all that trouble for me. And thank you. I shouldn't need to ask you to find anything else for some time. I found what I actually wanted all along, and it's all thanks to you.
Okay. Same dialogue.
It has been too long since I have had any time.
Excellent. I trust you.
Same stuff. Oops. Okay.
What a warrior throws his life down to protect, it is not set in stone. It changes based on the path the warrior has chosen to walk. I hope to always be at your side, regardless of what must be protected.
Okay, I guess that's everything. Except for what I said about the Yuji thing, because I know I didn't read the sword.
Welcome.
So I'm gonna do that right now, really quick. We have the cloak, bracelets, leggings, headpiece, and the sword. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to find where all the pieces are at. I see that one. Shoot. Okay, okay, there we go. Okay. Evil Taoist legates. A black cloth wrapped haphazardly around the legs, worn by Yuji. Although Yuji is now over 100 years old, his use of demonic chi has allowed him to maintain the same power that he boasted at his peak years. His legs, stifled in black cloth, walk the delusional path to the immortal realm without war and without death. Evil Taoist bracelets. Yuji keeps black cloth wrapped haphazardly around his hands. The hands of Yuji are weapons in their own right, not requiring any serious protection. His unusually long arms deceive the eyes of unwittingly combatants, while his rock-hard nails rip them apart before they realize how close he is. Getting within striking range is no simple task, even for a seasoned veteran. Evil Tao's Cloak. Evil Tao's Cloak. This is a cloth robe worn by Yuji that is covered in contorted patterns. Around the waist hangs a vessel for elixir, along with cinnabar and other minerals used in alchemy. The cloak sways ceaselessly due to the demonic chi that pours from its wearer's body, which exudes an unsettling aura unlike that of any normal person. Evil Tao's Headpiece. This headpiece worn by Yuji is adorned with jewels that give off an eerie glow. Since ancient times, the forehead was thought to contain an upper elixir field, and was believed to be an important spiritual locus. While not affording much in the way of physical defense, this adornment boasts the destructive effect of spells via jewels that concentrate spiritual power around the forehead. And then my sword. Sword of Yu the Great. Favored by Yuji, this legendary bronze sword was created by Yu the Great, who established the ancient Zhao who established the ancient Zhao dynasty. Upon its jet black blade are inscribed the 28 mansions of Chinese astronomy, depicting the positions of the moon and sun as well as the characters for mountain, river, sun, and moon. Yu passed his sword on his son, Qi, while giving his position to his brilliant subordinate Yi before passing away. Then, it is said that Qi took the sword in his hands and slew Yi, taking the throne in turn. The chagrin of Yi, cut down unjustly, lingers in the crimson letters inscribed on this blade, causing it to exude ominous demonic chi. So I guess Chi was Yuji. Which is probably why they mention about Emperor Chen. Emperor Chen. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it.
My stomach's growling.
For the reading.
Guess I best go out and hunt.
Alright. That's it for the reading. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.